Hey you plump peaches, and welcome back to another episode of 90 Day Hunt for Love. This week is episode 8. Now today you guys are gonna have to be honest with me. Y'all gonna have to call me out if it comes to it. In this episode, I was kind of disagreeing a little bit with Queen Tiffany.
Say what?
Just here and there, just little points here and there. So I'm sitting here like, am I the problem? And if I am, y'all better tell me. So let's hop into maybe making myself look stupid. Now last week the episode ended with Jennifer and Cole having their therapy and an ambulance rolls up. Now they don't show who was on the stretcher, but we all know it was Colty. So previous to the resort, Colty already broke his knee and now he broke his leg, the same leg. So this episode starts with everybody running up to the ambulance, seeing Colty on the stretcher, and Courtney is distraught. Now she didn't see Colty fall, but that morning her and Colty got together, they were having breakfast, and when they went to go leave, he was walking down a ramp and it just rained that day, so it was slippery, so he slipped, fell, started screaming, and Courtney ran around the corner, saw him on the ground in pain. Now she's a big mess. She's crying all over the place because she feels like this is her fault because she invited him for breakfast. But Tim is trying to reassure her, calm her down, telling her it's not her fault, but she just needs to get on the ambulance, go with Colty, be a support system. And surprisingly, now I don't know if it was because Jennifer was, one, trying to be nice for the first time, or two, she was just trying to get away from Cole and the therapist. I'm guessing it was the latter, but she offered herself up to be the translator. So Courtney and Jennifer go off with Colty. Now, even though Colty went and broke his leg, the show must go on, literally. So the event coordinator plans a cooking class, and this time it's a very small group. I'm actually glad they do it in little groups here and there because I felt like if they had all 50 people doing the groups, it would be too overwhelming. Now, there's a few Reggies there, one of them being Rocky, and Tiffany's also in this class, so she's excited to have some more one-on-one time with Rocky. Now, why isn't Rocky asking Tiffany out on a date? They've been here for 10 days now, and there's yet to be a date. They've had one moment now where they've like spoken alone, had their little time, but wouldn't you think he would have at least asked her on a date by now? I wonder if he's gone out on any other dates. I would like to know that. But Tiffany's excited that she's getting more one-on-one time with them. Now, Tim, on the other hand, is excited that May is here. After that push-up contest, he's like, oh yeah, she is hot stuff to me. And she also gets my humor.
Who wants nuts in their mouth?
Now the cooking class starts, and it's not really a cooking class. The chefs are just showing them different aphrodisiacs, and they, I guess, cook a little bit. They make a salad, a watermelon salad, and it's so funny because everything they're eating, Tim is just looking at it like, I'm not eating anything slimy, gushy, poppy. I don't eat anything that's gonna help me in the bedroom. I'm good in that department. And then they end up pulling out a bowl of caramelized figs, and even I was confused because they were like, oh, what does this look like? And I'm sitting there like, it looked like a fig. But no, apparently it looks like a vajayjay. I was looking at it, that thing I don't know, maybe they didn't have a good angle of it, maybe they sliced it in a certain way, they weren't showing it off like that. So I was like, that do not look like no kukanani. So I was confused myself, but everybody was like, ooh yeah, vagina. But Tim is like, that don't look like no vajayjay, that looks like a hairy old man ball sack. If a woman ever pulled down her pants and I saw that down there, I would tell her to go straight to the hospital.
I mean, they were super wrinkly and weird and looked like a grandpa's ball sack. If I ever saw that on a woman, I would tell her to go immediately to the hospital.
Now, you know TLC is not going to spend their money on these little events and classes without something getting stirred up. So May asks, hey, where's Courtney at? And Newsman's like, I don't know, I texted her this morning and she's not answering. And Tim's like, oh, she's with Colty. With Colty? Oh yeah, this morning he fell and broke his leg, so the ambulance took him away and Courtney's with him. Oh, Colty. Yeah, they were having breakfast this morning and he slipped and fell and broke his leg into a million pieces. They were having breakfast together? They were together this morning? Well, yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, apparently they were having breakfast this morning and he was going down a ramp. It was slippery he fell and broke his leg. Oh. They were together this morning? Well, yeah, this morning me and Tiffany were just out on the beach having a drink and an ambulance came up. We ran up and Colty's leg was broken all over the place. And oh my god, it was crazy. Courtney was crying. What? Courtney was crying. Crying over Colty?
Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky.
Oh yeah, she was so sad, heartbroken. She was distraught all over the place. I couldn't stop her from crying. Usman don't give a fuck about Colty. He's like, oh yeah, I know Colty broke his leg. Cool, whatever. Why is my girl with Colty this morning? Huh? Why were they having breakfast? Why is she crying over this dude? I know he broke his leg in a million pieces and he's probably in so much pain, but fuck that. Why were they hanging out?
I really feel bad for the guy, and no one wants anybody to get hurt here. I understand that he broke his leg, but does it warrant for you to cry and to even follow him to the hospital?
Now we go back to Colty, and Courtney and Jen are out in the waiting room, and Colty broke his leg so bad that he needs surgery, but they can't give him surgery there, so they're gonna have to transport him to another hospital. But for now, they got him hopped up on morphine, and I've never been in the hospital to where I've needed morphine or anything. Like, I've never been hurt that bad, but this guy didn't look like he was on morphine. He looked like he was on Krizac, okay? He was in a K-hole. Like, even the smoke coming out the mask, I was like, this looks crazy, brother. Like, this boy is dripping. But Courtney, again, just so damn distraught. She is crying over this man's, and she's just feeling really bad because she thinks it's her fault, which it's not. And she says she doesn't care about anything else that's going on right now. She just cares about Colty, how he's feeling. She just wants to make sure he's okay. And this has made her realize that she might have more feelings for Colty than she realized. Now we go back to the cooking class, and Usman is still shook about the information he just got. He don't give a F about Colty. He just wants to know why Courtney was with Colty this morning. Why was he in her room? What were they doing? And he's just so confused because he just asked her out on a date and everything went well, but then the next morning she's with Colty, which in my opinion, very hypocritical. Like, how are you gonna go take Nikki out on a date, but she can't date around? So you can have decisions, but she can't have decisions?
Unacceptable!
But Tim just tries to reassure him. Maybe she's not texting back because there's no signal in the hospital. And when she gets back, just go ahead and have a conversation with her. See what was up. What were they doing? And he's like, oh, best believe I'm going to do that. But Usman says that he just feels betrayed because he thought he was her number one guy. So why would she be talking to any other guy? And I feel like all of this is just his ego at this point because he keeps bringing up, oh, she's choosing Colty over me. Oh, is Colty a better man than me? No, I'm the biggest man. I'm the soldier boy. And it's like, come on, man. Y'all are here for the purpose of dating around, trying to find your person, your connection. And he's like, is Courtney just playing me? She thinks she can play soldier boy? Nigerian artist, actor, rapper, singer, influencer?
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga! You know nothing about that!
Now the sun goes down and Jen finally gets back to the resort without Courtney. So Courtney, I'm assuming, is still with Colty. So she was with them all dang day. But she gets back home and everybody's getting dressed to go out for the night. The girls and the guys are going out separately. So this is either not gonna cause any drama or the most drama. Now, of course, they have their little moments in the bus. They gotta show us the transition. In the girls' bus, Jennifer is just filling in everybody about what was going on with Colty, how Courtney's feeling, just recapping that whole thing. And I swear, Elise always, she either has to one-up herself or one-up the conversation. I don't know, but she be making shit so goddamn dramatic. Jennifer was like, oh yeah, he broke his leg. He's gonna need some surgery. He's gonna be good though. Like, he's fine. And Elise is like, oh my God, you just don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You could just wake up and just be dead.
You just never know, like, what tomorrow's gonna bring, right? Like,
yeah.
you could wake up tomorrow and not be here.
Child. Anyway, so
now in the boys' bus, the guys are noticing that Tim and Chad don't really have any connections. They haven't connected with anybody. So Usman is like, I'm gonna find you a girl to dance up on you, Tim. And Jay's like, Chad, we gotta get you a girl tonight. Well, we gonna find you somebody. So now they're going outside of this resort to find some connections. Now the dudes think they're gonna have a blast, the best time, and they think without these women, it's gonna be even better. Because women, they just cause all the drama. They're so dramatic. Now I want you guys to pay attention how everybody's laughing, but Carlo in the back, that dude is plotting. Now we go over back to the girls' bus, and this was one of the first things that Tiffany says that I was just so confused by. I was like, girl, what are you talking about? But they're all talking about how Tiffany has 3 dates now. She got 3 dudes. I don't know how she don't have more, okay? Queen, goddess. So Elise goes on to say that Carlo came to her room the other night after Jay asked Tiffany out on a date, and he was so upset. He was jealous. He wanted Tiffany all to himself. And Tiffany goes on to say that she's been noticing that Carlo was a little bit more jealous, more possessive. And now Elise tells me he's in her room complaining about that I accepted a date with Jay. And this is where she did a 180. And I was like, what are you talking about? She goes on to say that he's possessive, jealous, all those traits of somebody that's, you know, into you, maybe a little bit into you, might need a backup, but that person is into you, obviously. But then she says, oh, he was in Elise's room complaining. But wait a minute. Why was he in Elise's room? Okay, now he's giving me mixed signals. Does he even like me?
Carlo's becoming almost like a little possessive and jealous. And now Elise tells me that Carlo was in her room and was really upset about me accepting the date with Jay. What the was he doing in her room? I feel like I'm getting mixed signals. I really like him, but I can't tell if he's being hesitant about dating a single mom, or maybe he's just not that into me.
Am I the crazy one? If I'm the problem, let me know. Explain this to me. If I'm the problem. Now, Nikki goes on to tell the girls about her date with Usman, and she explains that there's nothing there. It's more just a friendship vibe. And Chantel jokes, oh, so he didn't fall in love with the first date? And Jennifer pipes in, and she's like, Cole fell in love with me the first time.
Shut the fuck up.
But then she goes on to explain that she's still keeping him at a distance a little bit because she's been with toxic narcissists, controlling people, and she's just not trying to repeat that pattern. She's not trying to be a magnet for those type of people. But then Elise turns the conversation around and is like, I don't care if you and Rob talk. I don't care if you're hooking up, whatever you want to do. My name just keeps being put into it. Now, I don't know if there was a middle section where they cut out a piece of a conversation, but she over here talking about Cole, and then this girl just brings up Rob out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell?
I want to feel that I am a magnet for that again,
Right.
and I'm going to repeat the same situation over and over.
Yeah. The one thing that I'll say is, like, I don't care who you hook up with. Like, I had my chance with Rob. I don't want Rob.
But Elise is like, I don't care if you hooked up with Rob. I already had my chance with him. I don't want him. You can have him. But the thing is, people are coming up to me telling me that I'm sleeping around with Rob when you're sleeping with Rob. And Jennifer is like, I'm not sleeping with Rob. We've never even touched, not make out, no, nothing. Nothing ever.
You sit on a throne of lies.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm close to that possibility. Yeah. Very funny. But anyway, I don't understand why you guys are lying, hiding it from Cole, and then everybody's coming to me saying that I'm sleeping with Rob. And then Jennifer out of nowhere is like, oh, well, I did hear you visit him today. You and Rob were hanging out this morning, right? And you guys were doing a round of applause. With Rob? Yes, with Rob. That couldn't be further from the truth. But yeah, I did heard that. And see, if it's rumors, that means rumors are just spreading around. So who knows what's true?
This is big brain time.
She played her cards right with that one. She is the villain. She knew exactly what she was doing. Taking the heat off of her while also being like, see, rumors can be spread, right? So doesn't that mean I could also be a rumor?
You need Jesus!
But now Elise is demanding who said that, who's going around talking about it. And she's like, pretty much everyone. I just heard it. I heard it. Okay, well, who was saying it? Oh, I just heard it. So she's not fessing up. Now the guys and the girls arrive to their bars, and Rob noticed Cole was upset the whole bus ride. So he goes over there and is like, listen, we're gonna try to distract you tonight. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna have some fun. Now Cole goes on to explain that he's just upset and he's feeling all this jealousy because he has such a good connection with Tiffany. He likes her. And then right after she got asked out, Rocky walked her home from the party that Carlo took her to. So he's like, there's just men flying in from all directions. And he's having a tough time with this because she's going out on multiple dates. And yes, they had conversations about it. He knows she's gonna date around, but he has put his all into her. Now Tim and Cole are talking, and of course, the one thing they have in common, Jennifer. So he asks how they're doing, and Cole explains the whole therapy session, saying, my lady's spicy. She's a little snappy. So what I got out of this is, you know, just slow down, take our time, enjoy it. And Tim, he's like, you know what? I'm glad Cole is taking Jennifer because Rob does not deserve any of that craziness. Rob is actually a really good guy. So if anybody's got to deal with Jennifer, I'm glad that it's Cole. Now the girls arrive to the bar. In the beginning, starts out great. They're having lots of fun. Jennifer even makes them cheers to having no bad schmecks for the next 7 years, which carries them into the conversation of their worst experiences. May goes on to explain her experience. She said one time her and somebody were doing the do. It was really dark in the room. He goes to put it in. Wrong hole, my friend. Wrong hole. And she said it wasn't a gentle poke either. So,
she's dead.
But at least she goes on to explain her experience. And this is what I mean by her just like trying to one up whatever she's trying to say. But she goes on to be like, so I was with a professional athlete. He played professional football. He was in the NFL. So anyway, he wanted me to peg him.
Drop them drawers.
Show me that ass, nigga!
Now, Tiffany goes on to explain her experience, and not shocking, not surprising. She says she was about to hook up with the dude, but they're just making out on the couch, and he finishes just right there, just with the kissing.
Oh, little tank tank.
But thankfully, they take it on a better side. They start talking about their fantasies, things that they would like to try.
I fantasize that like maybe I put on a wig and go to the bar like a new person, and we role play like we're just meeting.
Boring.
Yeah. I feel like maybe it's like a fantasy, but I'm never gonna do it. I don't have the balls to do it.
Okay, but say it.
To be with two guys at the same time.
No. Well,
I feel like Jen has one ready.
yeah, Jen, go.
I want to be with a trans. Sex.
You want to be with a trans woman?
Yeah. I just want and tits.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
And this leads her into the conversation of being like, I don't think I'm bisexual, but I just really appreciate a woman's beauty. Now, while they're having conversations about this, Chantel, you can kind of see her start to sink into herself, trying to, you know, back out of this conversation. But everybody starts pulling her back in. And they were like, wait a minute, didn't you and Chantel kiss? How was that? And Jennifer's like, oh, I had butterflies. Like, everybody around us was gone. Like, it was just us two. And Chantel is looking even more freaking nervous. Now, Nikki goes on to explain that she's bisexual. She would date, marry a woman, date, marry a man. Love is love. And then goes on to explain that her first crush, her first woman crush anyway, was Jennifer. And that she would always be peeping her and she would be just doing all these cute little things. Again, Chantel is trying to slowly back out of this conversation. Now, she's just scared because, again, she had a kiss with her friend Ashley. So she's still very confused about her sexuality, and she just doesn't even want to talk about it until she's completely sure about how she feels. So she's just hoping that nobody asks her about it. Thankfully, they move on with the conversation. May asks how do they think the rest of the retreat is gonna go, and Tiffany is like, tonight we're having fun, everything's great tonight, and we're gonna continue to keep having fun, but there's just so much drama going on right now that we need to just discuss it. Let's fix everything, because we can't just keep sweeping stuff under the rug, because that'll just make us fake as hell. So Tiffany goes on to address Jennifer, of course, biggest drama thing right there, and says that the love triangle that her, Cole, and Robin obviously has been blown out of proportion. And now this is where Tiffany says another thing that I was just like, being a tad bit hypocritical there, and thankfully it was the last one. Again, call me out. But she goes on to say that, yeah, their whole love triangle thing is being blown out of proportion. But she says, I don't think you understand that Cole, he's coming to me complaining and it's becoming a problem. And now this is the bit where I was just like, okay, I'm not rocking with that. She goes on to tell Jennifer if she cares about Cole and they have that connection, then she just needs to choose Cole and stick with that connection.
If you care about him, then maybe entertain that. Maybe explore that.
Which, coming from the one person that's dating 3 people right now, like, I was like, that just doesn't seem right. Like, why can't she also have the ability to date around? The only thing that she needed to say is that you need to be open and honest. But you can't tell her that she just needs to lock it down with Cole and stop dating Rob. Like, you're dating 3 people right now. Again, that was the last thing. And if I'm the problem, let me know if I'm the problem. I just felt like it was kind of hypocritical to tell somebody else you gotta choose the one person because he's crazy, while I can go over here and date 3 other people. Again, I love you, Tiffany, you're a goddess. But again, she's like, it's a problem. He's coming into my room complaining about it. You need to pick Cole. And Jennifer's like, listen, you're not about to sit here and tell me what I understand and don't understand. And now all of this starts popping off because of Jennifer. She came sideways, disrespectful. She could have easily just been like, hey, I want to explore my area with Rob. But she was like, no, you're not about to tell me what is and what isn't. And Tiffany's like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. And Jennifer is just speaking over her. Tiffany's like, no, listen for a second. No, don't come and talk to me on some perspective that you don't and do not know. Can you let me speak for a second? I'm trying to come to you respectfully. Don't try to tell me what I understand and don't understand.
Talk about what you know. Don't have an attitude with me yet because I am speaking to you. Why is he coming to me? I'm not with him. And I'm speaking
but you cannot say I understand, I don't understand what.
Jennifer.
So yeah, it's getting heated up over there. Now we go back over to the guys and they're still having a good time. They actually found 2 girls. They're talking to them. And Rob is trying to get Usman a lady. He's like, this is my friend Usman right here. He's a famous rapper, singer, Nigerian artist, Soulja Boy. Not the American you, but yeah, that's Soulja Boy right there, honey. You in the presence of a star. But they don't give a fuck about Usman. They start hitting on Rob. And it's so funny because they're from London. And he's like, yeah, I could tell from a mile away. I heard that voice. They just keep flocking to me. I don't know where all these English people are coming from. All the way in Mexico and I still can't escape it. Now the girls go sit down to get a table and the guys start having guy talk. I don't know. Just anytime guys talk, I'm like, ugh. The girls walk off and Usman's like, so you like that black girl? And Rob's like, no, I'm not feeling her. She's not my type. Did you see that ass though? Did you peep the ass? No, did you look at it? Of course I looked at ass. No ass. There's no ass there. Me, I like a fat ass. I need a big ass on my girl. And goes on to say that Courtney has the biggest bum out there. That's why he loves her. That's why he feels her. Look at that booty. And if you can't see her booty, you're obviously blind. But Usman was disrespectful about it with the girl. He was like, that girl has no ass. No ass at all. She's shaped like a couch. A couch? No, a couch. A couch? No, a couch. Oh no, man, he's saying like a cockroach, you know, like the one you step on, a cockroach. No, a C-A-R-R-O-T. Carrot. Oh, a carrot. Yes, a big on the top and the small on the bottom.
The shape is like a carrot.
A couch?
Carrot. Up big, down small. Carrot like a C-A-R-R-O-T.
You get no bitches.
Now all the guys get back together and Rob finds a perfect opportunity to get some heat off of him. He's like, man, everybody has been talking crap about me and Cole and Jen. What about y'all love square right here? Rocky, Jay, Carlo, Tiffany, what y'all doing? Y'all is in a literal square.
This is big brain time.
Carlo immediately starts staring Jay down. He's like, oh, it's time? It's time. I'm about to hop like a spider monkey. And Rob's like, yes, I'm about to stir up some drama, boy. This is funny as hell. So what's going on with y'all? What's going on with y'all?
No, I didn't know it was a situation with it, but I've already talked to him. And then
What did you guys talk about?
I literally addressed him as a grown man and let him know I was basically taking Tiffany out on a date.
And Carlo, you can start seeing him get upset already. He's like, bro, you've never come and said anything to me, not once. You've never said, what's up, bro? The only time you ever come say anything to me, bro, is when you're trying to ask out my girl, dude. That's ridiculous, man. You know what? Actually, I feel like you're a snake, brother. You're a snake in the grass trying to take my girl. So you feel like I'm a snake, even though I came and talked to you about taking her out on a date and you said you were cool with it? I'm still a snake? 100%, bro. You're a snake. So even though you were cool with it, you said you were good, and we talked about the situation, there's still a problem? 100%, bro. I mean, honestly, bro, no, you're not a snake. Let's just say you're a bitch, bro. Bro, you're a freaking bitch. Yeah, you're a bitch.
Dude, you saw me, bro. Like, what am I gonna say? You're a bitch. You're a bitch.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I didn't know
you don't say what's up to me ever besides, oh, I'm going to see your girl. How the did you not know?
First of all, lower your voice, because I'm not...
What you do, bro?
And now we have another dude fight where all the dudes are holding the dudes back. You don't want any of this, brother. You got the wrong brother, motherfucker. Nah, man, I got the right one, motherfucker. Nah, you got the right one, motherfucker. Come at me, bro. What are you gonna do, bro? Huh? Come at me.
Insubordinate and churlish.
Now we go back to the girls' bar, and Tiffany's still trying to explain to Jennifer that she need to stop fucking around because Cole keeps showing up at her place complaining. And she says the reason that Cole comes to her so much is because him and Carlo have become buddy-buddy. She's dating Carlo, so he's always around. And she knows that he's a sweet kid, and he genuinely likes her, so she just needs to stop effing around and be honest. Now Jennifer goes on to explain she has 2 different dudes. She wants to explore either option, but then goes on to say that if she was ever to fall in love with somebody here, it would be Cole and only Cole.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Okay, maybe I am the problem. Okay, then yeah, maybe she does need to go ahead and just pick Cole if that's how she's really feeling. If you feel like you could only fall in love with Cole, like just go with him then. I mean, maybe Tiffany was right. She shouldn't be telling people she can't date around because she's dating around. But I mean, look at where we are. She's saying the only person she can fall in love with is Cole. Go to Cole, man. But this is where we find out that Cole is starting to have some stalker tendencies. And I freaking knew it. Didn't I say he reminds me of that dude from You? Is he not giving that dude from You? Have you guys ever seen that? But apparently Cole has been showing up at Jennifer's door at 4 in the morning, knocking, being like, where are you at, baby? Get out here. Not leaving this girl alone. Now Jennifer goes on to explain that Cole is just basically stalking her and it's getting weird. But she has seen the good and the bad with Cole, and she just doesn't want to repeat her past. So she's still feeling it out, still dating Cole, because she just wants to see if he does have very controlling behaviors or if it's maybe just her projecting. But Elise goes on to be dramatic as always. She's like, you need to be honest and communicate with Cole. You're literally breaking his heart. He's gonna have a full meltdown after all this. You need to be honest with him. And Tiffany's like, girl, chill out. You're not breaking his heart. But what you need to look at is if he's already controlling, crazy, stalking you, and it's only been 10 days, leave that dude. Because what's gonna happen in the next week, in the next month, in the next year? What's gonna happen when you guys aren't here anymore with the cameras and all that? Nobody's watching. Leave that man. And she goes on to say, if Cole reminds her so much of her ex, why the hell is she talking to him? Why is she even entertaining it? You know what would happen if I met somebody here that reminded me of one of my exes? I wouldn't be dating them. Girl, you don't really care about Cole at all. All you're doing is stringing this man along, and all you want to do is have your cake and eat it too. And now I don't know how Elise does this. She just be demanding stuff, but I mean, she got it. She did get it. I just know if somebody was demanding something like that from me, I'd be like, who the hell are you? But then again, I would not put myself in the situation that Jen has put herself in. So, but Elise is like, you need to be open and honest, and you do have the right to talk to anybody you want to, date around all you want to, but again, communication, honesty. And all you've been doing is being behind closed doors with Rob and not being honest with Cole. And Jennifer, just pipe down if you're gonna lie. Just don't say anything if you're gonna lie. She's like, no, I've been honest with him from the very first second I've seen him, okay? He knows everything. Girl, anyway, we know you're effing Rob, and what you're doing is making Cole go insane. So what you're going to do is you're either gonna 1, own up to what you've been doing with Rob, telling us the truth, or 2, you're gonna tell me who's been going around telling you all these rumors. All right, go on. Either tell the truth or tell me who told you. She threw Cole under the bus so fast.
You're gonna either tell me who's accusing me of sleeping with Rob, or you're just saying that to get out of it because you didn't want to deal with the drama. So you're gonna either own it, or we're gonna go talk to that person.
But Cole said it.
Cole said it.
Cole said you went to Rob's room today.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Cole said that.
And he said that everybody is saying that you...
Everybody.
Rob. Maybe someone told him, because that's how the chit chats go and work here.
Bitch, bye.
And now Tiffany tries to put in there, listen, you effing around is not the problem. It's you're out here causing tension, crazy stuff, and Cole is coming to my door after he tried to knock on your door at 4 in the morning, and he's out there going crazy. That's the problem. And Jen puts her hand in my queen's face and is like, girl, you need to set some boundaries.
Get that cut out of my face!
face!
But Jennifer's like, listen, girl, I don't give a fuck if he's showing up at your door. Don't talk to me like he's my dog coming over there asking for a little ham or something like that. And Tiffany's like, well, don't treat him like he's your dog. Don't be walking him around on a leash. Oh no, he's not my puppy. Nuh-uh, I didn't claim him. I didn't put the tags on him. Well, all you're doing is throwing out your fishing pole, putting the graham cracker at the end and reeling him in, and then letting him go, and then pulling back in. Well, maybe they like that. They seem to like that. They keep coming back. They love it. No, but they deserve better. What are you doing? No, they clearly love it. They keep coming back for the graham crackers. They love it. Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And now this fight did not turn into anything physical. Tiffany just gets up and leaves the bar. So the dudes were wrong. They are more dramatic than the women. And that's where this episode ends. Just everybody, the women, them, everybody in a fight. And let me tell you, next week there's just more fighting. In fact, it literally just picks up from the fight, in the middle of the fight for the dudes and the women.
I'm gonna slide your ass, I promise you.
No, we don't need that.
Talking a big ass game and you're a bitch.
Jay, I'm talking to you.
I've been honest with Colt.
I damn well, bitch, know you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying. Why are they coming to me like maybe I'm the villain? Who cares? Maybe I like it.
Jen told me last night that you were saying that I was sleeping with Rob.
I don't know why we're doing this. A lot of people have told me this.
Well, who's sleeping with Rob?
Rob run.
Where did the rumor come from? Where did the rumor come from?
Now, y'all, next week is gonna be good. This whole show has been so good so far. There's not one single disappointing episode that I've seen. 8 episodes in and I am not bored yet. TLC truly popped off with this one. And you guys know I'm coming back for some more, so you guys need to come back too. So hit that like and subscribe so you can see when I'm here. But as always, thank you guys for coming and watching. It's always appreciated. You guys have a beautiful day. Bye.